Hello, welcome back to another FPL video. Hope everyone is doing well. We're still very much in the midst of Game Week 21. It just only started. However, Game Week 22 is already very much on the horizon. We only have Sunday, Monday, and then the deadline is on Tuesday. So already we're going to be thinking about our Game Week 22 teams. Today, I'm just going to be having a look at how the team lines up and potential transfers that can be made. If you are new around here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Getting very close to that 400 mark. Hit the like button if you do enjoy the video, and let's get straight on into this one. So first things first, how's Game Week 21 going so far? We've had most of the games today, and I've tried to allow as many of the games to play out as I possibly could before making this. And yeah, it's gone okay. We've seen some Manchester City benchings. I myself have Mohamed Salah captained, so I'm doing okay so far. Although, you know, Mitchell got benched, which we'll come on to in a minute, but that would have been a clean sheet. Tete got benched for Fulham, so, you know, maybe lost out on a couple of points there. I also saw Cancelo get benched, so, you know, there was a fair few benchings in my back line, and I may not actually put out a full 11 this week. We shall see, but hopefully come the end of Game Week 21, I do see that almighty green arrow. So taking a look at the Game Week 22 defence, we have Martinez in net playing against West Ham United at home. West Ham have looked pretty good of late, and I'm intrigued to see how they get on versus Liverpool. Obviously, as I said, I've got Mohamed Salah captain, so I'd like Liverpool to do well. But it'll be interesting to see this face-off between Villa and West Ham, the two claret sides. And I'm not necessarily expecting Martinez to keep a clean sheet, but I'm hoping that he can pick up some save points. We've got Mitchell there, as mentioned previously, was benched against Wolves, would have picked up a clean sheet. I'm just going to kind of hang him about there for now. I've got Soufal on the bench who can come in if Mitchell doesn't play, and if Mitchell doesn't start, very likely that he just won't feature at all, like he didn't against Wolves. So that means Soufal would definitely come in. Then we've got Cancelo. Cancelo's had his rest now against Sheffield United, so surely we'll be thinking that he comes in for the Burnley game. Burnley are going to be a team that, you know, City probably will find a bit harder to get past than Sheffield United, although their history against Burnley is a lot better than that of Sheffield. But hopefully we see Cancelo play and haul like he did against West Brom. Then we've got Eric Dyer playing against Chelsea. Chelsea not too great a form of late. Obviously, the new manager Tuchel has come in, and maybe he'll give them a bit of resurgence. We didn't really see that against Wolves. And, you know, Spurs this season, they've been pretty good defensively, the Mourinho way. So maybe Dyer can pick something off. But I'm just kind of playing Dyer because I have him there. I'm not necessarily expecting him to get a clean sheet in that game. And now taking a look into the midfield. The five in the midfield, as I generally discussed, the five that I really like in the midfield. Rashford, however, you know, he's just not been doing well enough in this team. He got benched against Fulham, blanked against Sheffield, blanked against Arsenal, has a blank before that as well, so he hasn't returned now in a good 4 or 5 games, so it is looking a bit worrying. The only thing I'm kind of hanging on to is that FA Cup game. We did see him perform incredibly well, so I'm just holding out for a little bit of that Rashford form, and also have some other kind of more pressing issues I'd say to deal with. Sonny Boy obviously has been an incredible asset so far this season, and yeah, just looks generally really good. His stats without Kane are actually not too bad, so I'm absolutely fine with owning Son. Then we've got Salah, the potential captaincy armband going on Salah. We'll see how he does against West Ham tomorrow. But, you know, Brighton at home, obviously, everyone knows, I think, the Anfield statistics that Salah has almost a goal per game when he plays at Anfield, so he has unbelievable stats. I think Brighton, you know, they've looked a little bit better defensively of late. However, you know, it is Liverpool. Mohamed Salah could easily go and break them down. Obviously, you've got Bruno Fernandes in there as well for Man United. Could we see, you know, a bit of rejuvenation in that attack, or will they just slump again like they did against Arsenal? I will say, I think the history for this game suggests a reasonably high-scoring game. So for sort of Manchester United owners and Bruno Fernandes owners, could very well be a captain this week. We saw him pick up a double-digit haul the last time they played against Southampton, so the captaincy armband could very easily be going on him. And then finally in the midfield, Jack Grealish for Aston Villa. Just unbelievable this season. He's been so good. Looks so threatening going forward, and he's just one of those players, when I watch play, I'm just thinking, I'm really glad I own you. You know, I wouldn't really want to go without you. Obviously, West Ham have been reasonably good defensively of late, so I'll be intriguing to see whether Aston Villa can break them down. But Aston Villa looks so good going forward. Now that Barkley is back in the side, Grealish's kind of XG and XA has gone up massively, and we've seen that in the last few games with him scoring in that last game against Burnley. So yeah, I'm just really glad with owning Grealish. Then looking at the attack, the front two, the fraud himself, Patrick Bamford, is still in the side. Definitely someone I was looking at taking out this week. I was hoping that Jean-Philippe Mateta would start for Crystal Palace. I'm a Palace fan and just would have had a lot of fun bringing in Matete for Bamford this week. However, you know, it's not to be because Matete was on the bench. We don't really know whether he's going to start next week. So although, you know, I really want to do it being a Palace fan, I'm going to hold off. It's the smart thing to do. And then we've also got DCL in there as well. A really bad -4 from me last week, bringing in Cancelo and DCL for Dallas and Vardy. Even though Vardy's not going to play, it's looking like I'm only going to be receiving minuses for that move. So, however, I think DCL going forward looks really nice. He's got the fixture against Leeds. Obviously, we all know that Leeds aren't particularly good at the back. I remember the game they had before, I think Leeds might have nicked it 1-0, but the XG for both sides was kind of 3 or 4 goals. So hopefully this time around we can see Everton pick up plenty of goals through DCL. In terms of other potential transfer this week, I'm potentially looking at a defensive transfer, maybe a Kenny Tete to adjust in, or just kind of shifting the defence around a little bit. I'm sort of really deciding whether I want to bench boost in game week 26. Obviously, we don't know kind of what the fixture is going to be like, what teams are going to have good fixtures. So I think for this week, my main thoughts is genuinely to just roll the transfer. Over the past few weeks, I've kind of learnt that, you know, not taking the minus is probably the best way to do it, because minuses, from my experience, generally, for the majority of the time, haven't sort of done me very well, and in fact just led to minus points. So I think that's how I'm going to play this week. I hope you have enjoyed this quick little team selection video. Obviously, let me know down in the comments below how your teams are lining up, any transfers that you are thinking of making. And if you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. We're so close to 400, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.